buzzer going, so it'll continue beeping even though you've like unplugged it.
If you can find a, now you gotta check the model number. Certain ones were catching fire. The Dyson hot cool fans, those are dope. Those are dope. They just, I don't know. They use that like vortices bullshit when like,
Right.
it's not a fan. It shoots little vortices that go further across the room, and it's like getting slapped by a hairdryer. It's awesome. And you put it on low, and you just like make it wash around the room.
Oh, why down?
I've learned my lesson though with paying for hydro and using a heater though. They are a lot.
That's why I got the radiators, because I was like, well, it will heat up to a certain point, and then like it'll just stop using power and just kind of like radiate heat off for a bit, and then kick on to a certain amount.
It's not a toaster.
Yeah, it didn't work.
I'm wondering if you can have a heat pipe from your gaming computer that dumps into a ceramic radiator or something.
You can, but you have to water cool everything, and usually if you bought a brand new ceramic radiator, you might be okay, but if you got a secondhand one, you're gonna kill your computer before it does any good. LTT did a video a while ago about that. And it worked, but it took them I think it was multiple days of someone cleaning out the radiator, and it still wasn't clean by the end of the video. But if you got like a car radiator, the better way of doing it is you get a car radiator, some sort of large radiator, and you pump the water from your computer into that and use fans to blow the hot air into your room to then
Interesting.
Yeah. You use it as an external radiator instead of an internal one for your computer. And then you can do the reverse where you can cool a room with the same idea, but in reverse, basically.
That'd be cool. I'd like to use however many watts I'm using here. I don't know, fucking 600 peak. That's a good little heater.
I always was wondering if like Peltier coolers were gonna take off for gaming rigs, as a way to offset some of the electricity costs, but they're just so not efficient.
No, I looked it up. Do you follow? I feel like you would follow Technology Connections on YouTube.
No,
the autistic guy that talks about everyday appliances.
YouTube guy, but I'll check that out.
It's just some guy, for some reason he knows a lot about appliances in general, and he'll do an episode on the efficiency of washer dryer combos and different types of radiators and different types of humidifiers, and he just goes hella deep into it. It's actually fucking great. But he did one on cooling methods and micro fridges, like the little mini beer fridges you get for Christmas. And he was just saying those Pelletier cooling mini tiny little mini fridges do not cool, and they waste more energy than a standard mini fridge, insulated.
That's not surprising at all.
Yeah. And he did a whole comparison. So it's using 3 times as much energy as this mini fridge from the 70s. And it didn't cool the beer.
the proud owner of a 3070 today. Or 3060,
Shit.
I'm not really sure. Stepping on up in the world.
What were you on before?
Mobile 3060. But if we're talking about the desktop computer, a 1660 Ti.
Damn. That was
I
a
don't
good
use
little
my
card, though. That thing works for a while.
Yeah.
But are you going to be switching over to your desktop then? Or what? Are you doing an external GPU?
No. The chipset in the laptop's probably better than the card as far as like clock speed. In terms of VRAM, probably not. So, I mean, I was just thinking of just reusing my desktop again for a lot of games.
You can use it as a slave renderer for your renders too.
That's true.
'Cause you're doing fancy stuff now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm render After Effects videos out pretty quickly. The problem currently I have is that at work, like, I didn't build the rig, I just inherited it from someone before, and it's got I think like a 4080 in it. So not like a bad GPU, but they went with the most absolute budget CPU for the rig. So I'm like absolutely constrained by just this like shit CPU. The CPU is so bare bones that it doesn't, like, you wouldn't even think about this. I've never really thought about this when like building out a computer. It doesn't even have an integrated like graphics processor in the CPU, which you wouldn't think of a whole lot, but there's like so many different things that actually will like query the CPU for like some very minor, not so much in the Adobe world, but like say like I want to use like my iPad as like a second screen. I can't do that because it depends on the CPU having some sort of like graphics processing capability to like intermediate that like out of the motherboard.
There's a handoff, yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't do that.
That's why your screen goes black. That's so funny.
But I was running into like all these like little issues, and then I realized like, oh, this thing is just so fucking cheap. It like has been stripped of any of these like other things you would normally consider, just like you would never think of from your CPU. You just expect it to have it. So at some point, I might ask them to, well, we'll see. I might ask them to like upgrade that. Currently, I've been focused more on like asking them to get different camera gear, different lights, because that's just more of a necessity as far as like the commercials go.
A lot of people are selling.
Hello.
They're perfectly fine 11th gen Intel computers because most people switched over to AMD and like just for longevity's sake. But we hit another plateau where things aren't really.
I am currently designing out the analog 3D. I'm gonna make a little product animation video for it. Where is? Yeah, it's this little guy. I have some good references already, but obviously there's no 3D model of it. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little product animation, but need to get the model first. The modern 4K HDMI version of the Nintendo 64.
People are like, they're changing.
Thank you, thank you. I thought to myself, I might as well stream, seeing as I was going to do this anyway. So. If I get another cut, I guess so. It is much appreciated. I might have to jump off stream soon, unfortunately. My work is potentially requesting me to do some stuff. So I'm technically on the clock with them. So why does that happen? It shouldn't be happening. Oh yeah, okay. Still doing its thing. How's your day going?
that right now.
Because like that's the only thing I can see is like you start, no matter what you start, it has -20, and it's just set because of this basic setting, dude. That's so weird. But yeah, you'd be screwed. Yeah, that's applied on basic. That is so fucking weird. Who would do that?
Dude, I can't tell you the horrors I see every day that are done with just like my boss and my colleagues, particularly from my boss, just like the shit she'll do. Like I'll make like a poster and all the layers will be properly named, and like I'll have done graphic styles so that like if someone
my boss that kind of shit and they muck it so bad. You give them a perfect template.
just I'll come back into the file, and it will be everything will be condensed to one layer. She'll have taken anything with a graphic style, she'll expand. Like she'll get frustrated because I'm like use the appearance panel to like create the like effect we're using on the type. It's like pretty basic, but like that's where you do it. And she like forgets, or like I don't know. Sometimes I think it's intentional, but she'll just like expand like whatever it is, and then I come in, and because it's like doing that kind of transform trick where it like you're like copying
are you
something
sure she
to
doesn't
give it depth.
Are you sure she doesn't? You're packaging the font for her.
Yeah, we all work off the same font. Like
no, but like you package on the project, and then the project, because she might be it might have a font mismatch, and Illustrator's forcing her to expand.
No,
if it's Adobe font.
Yeah, we're intentionally using the I'm intentionally using the fonts that she chose that are being synced to my computer. So like we have the same font because like
so
we're all
she's just being retarded.
Yes.